So my name is Zach Barnes. I am a backend developer at Toyota Connected, and I would like you to Typespec for the love of God. So what is typespecking? Most of you probably already know this, but for a refresher, types are the things that your data can be. So for example, strings, integers, booleans, maybe something more complex such as a list, or maybe more Elixir specific such as a struct or an atom or a user-defined type. So typespecking would be the act of specifying the types a function can take and the types it can return. In Elixir, we have a dynamically typed language, meaning that at compile time, Elixir just infers what your types are. So we don't have to tell it what it is, but I'm going to ask you to do that anyway because it's going to have a lot of good things. Why does it matter? It lets you catch errors sooner. Oftentimes, you don't know that something's wrong until your code's already running. And at that point, you find that someone had put an integer where it's supposed to be a string and something blows up, and then you have to go call your DevOps guys and fix everything in the middle of the night. If you use typespecking, you can run static analysis to figure out what's actually working now and if you're passing the right types around. And the second thing that I want to talk about a lot is better documentation. This is something that we've been dealing with at Toyota Connected. It's good for you and it's good for your teams. We've been growing very, very quickly. And in doing so, we have built a lot of code that's not necessarily documented very well. I know none of you have dealt with that, so don't judge us too much, but we're going back and fixing that right now. And during that process, I stumbled upon some code that I want to show you guys and show you why typespecking is valuable. I'm not going to call anybody out, but the author of this code is in the crowd right now, so I'll let you guys try and figure that out. But we're going to look at this together and try and figure out what the heck is happening. We have a function, vehicles preload include all. It's going to preload stuff on the vehicles, I guess, by the name. It takes 4 arguments. The first is vehicles, is plural, so it's probably a list. Vehicles is a schema type we have, so I'm just going to go with that assumption. We have a since and until. Those are probably dates, but we use ISO timestamps, we use Unix timestamps, and we use a datetime struct, so your guess is as good as mine as to what those actually are. And then include, probably a string because 3 lines later this says string.replace. And then what does this function actually return? Well, I don't know because the last function is load vehicle estimated billing cost. So that means we have to go into that function and do this all over again and try and figure this out. So not only did we just do this, all the developers that come behind me are going to have to do the exact same thing. So now your team is wasting time trying to figure out what exactly is happening. Very, very, very simple solution is to add one line, @spec, and then list it all out. The function, you just put the same thing, vehicle preload include all. The first argument is going to be a list of vehicle structs. The second argument is a datetime. The third argument is a datetime. The last argument is a string. The final thing that colon tells you this is what we're going to return. It's going to return a list of vehicle structs. Now, anyone else that follows behind you is going to be able to look at this and say, oh, okay, this is what I'm getting. I know how to use this. This public API makes a lot of sense. They don't have to worry about doing the exact same thing we just did. If you want more information, go check out the type specs at HexDocs. Those are very good as usual. The Elixir language page has some stuff on getting started. And the obligatory shout out, Toyota Connected is hiring in Texas. We have a booth outside, so come check us out and talk to us.
That's great.